Pete, Ben, Tom and Will always knew that tree hugging wasn't for them. But they were convinced that being environmentally friendly didn't have to be boring. So they got on their bikes and cycled the entire length of the country to find out if this was true. They wanted to discover how they could live without those pesky carbon dioxide emissions getting in the way of things.
We've arrived at Land's End and there isn't a signpost. It looks like someone's stolen it. It's 5:30 this morning, the alarm was set. Took one look outside the tent, went back to sleep for another hour and a half because it was absolutely pouring it down.
That's why we're cramped up in this little box.
Yeah.
And we have some free range.
Local.
Local. Look at it.
Seeking out local food, travelling by pedal power alone and towing a solar panel, they set out on an epic 1,000-mile cycle ride from Land's End to John O'Groats.
Welcome to the carbon cycle!
Our hopes were high, but the hills of Devon and Cornwall soon brought us back down to earth.
They're doing well. Good work, boys. How do you feel, son?
Yeah, not good. How far have we gone so far, Thomas?
63.5.
We've done 63.5 miles.
Another cheeky
940.
Yeah.
And just when we thought things couldn't get any worse, they did. The rain arrived, and with it came the mud, the ice-cold wind, and the soggy, smelly tent.
William. Horrendous. I want to go home. Rain is just so annoying.
We rode out the storm, and gradually things began to look up. With our pants drying out and our spirits rising, we went in search of locally produced food, an important part in living a low-carbon lifestyle. But it turned out that Ben had lost his hunter-gatherer skills somewhere along the way. So it was time to find alternatives.
I say, let's go to a farm shop.
Yeah, go to the farm shop. That'd be great.
To find out more about the benefits of buying local, we spoke to Mrs. Sheppy on her farm in Somerset.
Environmentally, it's just really important. Why have something that's been shipped half the way around the world and probably produced in a rather unethical way when you can buy something on the doorstep?
But finding local food wasn't always easy.
We got into Truro a bit late, so we're trying to find the localest food we can, but everything's pretty much shutting, so we got into Co-op. We're looking at the vegetables, and I've got British carrots, British cabbage, British onions, like Lincolnshire, and we've got Irish mushrooms. So, I mean, it's British, but it's not particularly local. Still be some food miles on there.
It was useful having a solar panel with us for powering our torches and charging our phones, but the trailer was a massive drag on the big hills. But we quickly found a democratic solution to this problem.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, Petey's got
Own it.
baby. Yeah!
Yes, yes. Okay, if I'm not alive after this, blame him. Okay, Mum, it's his fault.
Along the way, we handed out over 100 low-energy light bulbs that people could install at home. This saved people money on their energy bills and reduced their carbon footprint, so it helped to compensate for the emissions we couldn't avoid on our journey. Next, we visited Ashton Hayes, which is committed to become the UK's first carbon-neutral village. It's a great example of a community turning climate change from a problem into an opportunity. Result: project leader Gary Charnock explained that this commitment has bound the community together, as well as helping villagers cut their energy bills. Even the pub has enjoyed savings of £200 a month. the next opportunity, Tom went to exchange stern words with these unlikely climate change criminals, whose farting factors heavily in greenhouse gas emissions.
Don't turn at me when I look at you. Don't fart.
We were lucky enough to escape the rising fuel prices, so we powered on towards the buzzing city of Manchester. On Gay Pride weekend, we arrived to ask partygoers what 3 words they're associated with climate change.
Weather.
Weather?
Polar bears, that's 2, sorry.
Oh, and Eskimos apparently.
Poverty.
Poverty.
Mad weather.
You know that. What's the 3 words you associate with climate change? Heat.
Crappy. Crappy recycling stuff.
I don't know.
That's it, basically.
Using cling film to represent increasing carbon dioxide emissions in the atmosphere, we carried out our own cutting-edge experiment to show how climate change happens. The results were conclusive. After climbing a steep hill, the cling film wrapped around Will trapped his body heat. So just like the Earth, he got a sweat on. However, the uncovered low pollution Ben remained happily at a normal temperature.
We're in Scotland.
Textbook Scotland, textbook Scotland.
Can't hear anything because the bagpipes are blowing like
We
anything.
had haggis last night, and now the bagpipes.
It's pretty awesome.
Our first stop in Scotland was at Lockerbie, where the UK's newest and largest biomass power station has recently opened. Fueled by sustainably sourced Scottish timber and other waste wood, it will power over 70,000 homes. After enjoying the sights of Loch Lomond, we headed north to visit a school that is part of the government's Eco School initiative. At Golspie High School, they have set up a weather station to teach their pupils about climate change. We asked the school's geography teacher how environmentally aware her pupils were.
Pupils today are very climate aware. They're all well aware of this carbon footprint that's been, put around in the press now. They're maybe not quite so genned up on how, as an individual, they can actually reduce their own carbon footprint. So we have some very interesting lessons on thinking about ways of conserving energy or water.
They are even teaching their pupils how to grow their own organic veggies. Apparently, some students have even been spotted working on their plot during their lunch break. They have also developed a partnership with the neighbouring recycling centre to show the students how their waste is treated. We were even given a few tips on what to do with our bikes at the end of our journey. The light was beginning to shine at the end of the very, very long tunnel, but our patience was shortening and fatigue was setting in.
How's that cup of tea working out well?
Amazing.
My arse hurts a lot, okay?
With the help of some local Scottish oats, we found a last burst of energy. On our journey, we met some really inspirational people, as well as others in need of inspiration. So, what did we learn? Well, it's simple. Cutting carbon just makes sense. We don't have to go back to living in a cave. And you know what? You might even enjoy it. We're having a go. Why don't you?
So we've travelled 1,000 miles and we're just about to arrive at sunny John O'Groats.
We managed to survive about 5 buckled wheels, a couple of broken pannier racks and a screwed up knee or two.
We've had one bout of food poisoning and just about every illness you can imagine, but we've got one last message to say to you all.